Let's do this.
What screen are we on?
What screen are we on?
That one?
That one?
Not
Maybe.
that one.
No, we're on that one.
Yeah, no.
The other one.
No,
Hi.
the other one.
The other one. That one.
Okay, that's where we're at.
That's where we're at. So, got my character sheet up. Talking
Okay.
about backgrounds.
Yeah, I just gotta put my feet up.
Just gotta put your feet up, and then we
Yeah.
talk more about the background for my character, for the
Yeah.
world.
So, okay, so we have, oh shit, I'll kick the monitor.
Kick it harder, tell it who's boss. I'm just
No,
kidding.
I don't have another,
Yeah, you do. You have a TV.
I don't have another working spare.
Alright, continue. So with background, I worked for Spy Network.
Yeah.
Shiesty guy took
I
control.
don't know if that's the word we want to use.
He's pretty
I don't know if
shiesty.
that's the word we want to keep using.
Okay, fine. Okay.
I'm not an expert, but I
Well, you
think
don't like
that's
that word? Alright,
I think
fine.
that might be a no-no
So
word.
this individual, how
Yeah.
about that? With
Yeah.
emphasis on the word individual.
Yeah.
He knows who he is. This guy took my brother. Now I have to work for him begrudgingly, and I don't like it, so I'm trying to find whatever means politically necessary to either A, get him out of a place of power, or B, get my brother back and have enough muscle or something. Because clearly I'm not the muscular type. I'm the sneaky stealth type.
Okay.
So that's my motivation, is do something that whatever it takes to get my brother back from the evil clutches of that guy.
Right. So I think if we go back to the summary page on here,
This
on
this
your
thing?
character sheet.
Where's the mouse? There's the mouse.
Okay.
Right there.
I know there's a lot of stuff.
a lot of monitors. I only have 2 that I normally work with.
So, under that first like gray box where I typed save and then stopped typing.
Yeah.
So let's put up a vow. So
Let's put
this
up a
would
vow.
be like literally, you say I vow to blank, and then we're typing in what you're vowing to do, and this would be like what your character is like, literally like what their vow is. So this is going to be your like your core story for this character.
I vow to save my brother.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can be as specific or vague as you want with it. It doesn't honestly matter, unless we play probably like 8, 9, 10 sessions. You're not likely to be able to complete this.
Or just get close to being able to save him. If I can just get dirt on the guy.
So it's very interesting that you say that, because when you try to resolve a vow, you're basically how this works is you achieve an objective, and when you think you achieve an objective, which would result in progress towards a vow, you're going to mark progress. That's what that mark
That's what
button
the
is.
thing. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't need to. When you fulfill a vow, you don't need to have all of those boxes marked in. If you do,
okay.
you automatically succeed.
Oh, all right.
If you don't, how it works is, if you want to actually, here, let me switch something real quick.
You're in charge. I don't want to be in
let
charge.
me move. Oh, not that one. Sorry.
That's us.
Display capture.
Bye.
Okay.
We don't
So
exist
chat
anymore.
can see the. Oh, it's like formatted weird. Hang on one second, chat. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Okay, I just switched some stuff. They won't be able to see the PDF now, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh wait, I can actually fix that too. So display capture goes under. No, it's gonna be complicated. I don't care. Anyway, so chat, so you can see the role here. I'm gonna just explain how this works. So we have here. This was an example roll for face danger. So you see the move right there, face danger. You see an action score and then 2 challenge dice. So what this is your action score is going to be your stat that you choose to use. So edge, heart, iron, shadow, wits, plus I think it's a D10. Let me see. Oh, it's 2D6. Wait, no.
No.
A D6.
A6.
Wait, what
A6
did
and
you
2
roll?
D10s.
I don't even remember.
You touched. It was in case I was doing my shadow veil, the sneaky thingy. And we were just going through. We were going through my moves. We were going through my moves, bonds, Oracle's progress.
It's a D10?
Assets.
I think it's a D10.
I think it's a D10.
I should absolutely know the answer to this question.
What
So we're going to go over here.
What dice am I rolling?
You're not rolling anything right now.
Eat my shiny math click clacks.
Rule summary. Here we go. Cool. Ah, yes, it's a D6. So, the action roll is a action dice, which is a D10 or D6. Jesus, D6. Plus your stat, plus any adds. So these are going to be from abilities, assets that you have.
Okay.
So you're going to take the action die plus the stat plus any adds, right?
Okay.
And that's going to give you your action score. So over here you had a 3. This was not a good roll.
No.
So that means you rolled a 1 plus your stat of a 2, right? This needs to beat either 1 or both of the challenge dice. So the challenge dice are going to be D10. Those are your
2
D10s.
D10s. Yeah.
Yeah. So you roll those 2 D10 and you roll a D6.
So
if you want to do this like manually,
I've got
we'll do it in a roll 20
my
as well.
inside out D10, so that's 2 D10s there, and then just a random fancy D6.
Yep.
I have a color scheme. I have multiple color schemes.
Yeah. So
All right.
roll both of those. I was going to say all 3, but whatever.
Do you want me to re-roll that, or can I just keep
so
it?
chat can't see it. But
Oh,
like whatever.
right.
It doesn't matter.
I rolled a 6 on the D6, and then a 2 and a 7 on the D10s.
Okay. So if you were making a move with, let's say, where's your character sheet?
Right there.
With your shadow,
Shadow.
which is a 3.
Right.
Right. So we would add 3 to your d6, so that's a 9. And then we would compare that to the challenge dice. So you got a 7 and a 2, so that would beat both of them. That's what's called a strong hit.
Damn.
This is the best result. A weak hit is going to be when you beat one of the challenge dice, but not the other one.
Right.
And then a miss is when you miss both of them.
them.
There's also 2 extra results. I forget what they're both called. I know if you if you get a strong hit and you roll doubles on the challenge dice, then it's an opportunity. But regardless, if you roll doubles on the challenge dice, it's going to cause like an oracle thing to happen. And if you're playing this in Roll20, it'll pop up on here and it'll tell you like opportunity or whatever. So I'm going to scroll up, and this was the very last roll. This was the very last roll that we did with that I did with Dylan in the previous campaign, and this was for my character or
His character.
yeah. This was for my character to fulfill my vow to track down the White Raven spies. We got a 10. We filled in all the challenge dice, beat both of them, but then also the challenge dice were doubles, so it gave an opportunity. And on an opportunity, you roll major plot twist, and we got a 55.
Dun, dun, dun.
So not only did we fulfill our vow and we tracked down the White Raven spies, but
We uncovered.
following that, you are betrayed by someone who is trusted.
Ooh.
So it serves to like add an extra element and continue to push the plot forward.
That's very cool.
Sometimes it can be like very derailing. So if you need to throw them out at some point, like you're encouraged or welcome to do that. But typically, like best practice is to try to incorporate it. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
So
it adds story and plot hooks.
story. Yeah. Jazz hands.
Yes, jazz hands.
Oh, okay.
It's plot. Plot gets special stuff. Okay.
So going along that track, or like what we were talking about fulfilling a vow, this is governed by progress tracks. So you can use progress tracks for denoting any kind of progress in anything. So it's very interesting because these are used to track progress on a quest, or track progress through combat, or track progress through a delve. So there's three very different things, but the game does it in a very simple way where they are governed by their difficulty. So you have troublesome, dangerous, formidable, extreme, and epic. Chat, this is going to be very hard for you to read, and I'm sorry. Ain't nothing doing about it. So on troublesome, anytime you would mark progress, or in the case of a fight, mark harm, this is how much you would do. So like troublesome, you mark 3.
Ticks.
Yeah. So if you have like, let's say a wolf, right? It's going to be troublesome. You would mark if you deal harm to it. If you're in like an encounter, you deal harm to it. You'd mark 3 against itself or against the progress track, right? Progress tracks are always 10 boxes.
Always 10.
Yeah. Whereas if you are fighting something extreme, you only mark 2 ticks. It's
in
4 ticks to fill a box.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So if it's formidable, you fill 1 box, right? Extreme is half a box. Epic is 1 tick.
Ugh.
So yeah, you can
That's
imagine
so hard.
if you're doing, like, for example, if we go back over your character sheet, if your vow is something ridiculous like or maybe not ridiculous, but something very grand like
end game kind of stuff.
Think of something like really big or like world changing, or in this case the Ironlands changing, something like, I don't know, end monarchies through the Ironlands, or
dude,
topple
where
or
like
whatever.
dude bro uses me enough to get to be in charge now, and then I'm stuck underneath a tyrannical king.
So,
like if he wins,
no, that wouldn't be a vow. That would be a
that would be an
threat,
outcome.
That'll be a threat, which we'll get to after we're done with vows, which is like the opposite. It's basically what happens if you don't fulfill your vow.
Right.
And then there's extra shit with that too.
Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to confuse anybody. I'm still learning.
So the flip side of that coin, no, you're fine. The flip side of that coin would be his vow might be an epic vow to become the one ruler of the Ironlands.
Right.
Which that would be a pretty epic vow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would require a lot of shit happening a lot of times and a lot of things going his way for that to work out.
Gotcha.
So an extreme vow would be like a step down from that, like a categorical step down from
like
that.
he just wants to be in charge of the city.
Yeah, it could be like take over the city.
Take over the city.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That would be a very appropriate extreme vow.
Or like a vow for me would be, what if I became in charge of the Rose Garden to help save my brother? Like that's a quest step.
That would be taking over a spy organization. Yeah, I would see that being as either
if I'm
like
just,
extreme or epic.
Yeah, because I would just be like, I don't know, one of the really good assassins of the Rose Garden, but I wouldn't still be like higher echelon kind of.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So this
like
is
that
all
word.
just to like give context to like what the scope of vows are, right?
Right.
And then you could do something like troublesome, like I vow to clean out the rats from your basement because I'm taking the most generic quest prompt possible.
I am weak sauce. I'm only level 1, so I will handle these rats for you.
I needed a level 1 adventure, so I vow to kill the dire rats in your basement or whatever.
Right. Right.
Yeah, like that kind of shit.
That makes
sense.
sense.
Then, so anytime you would like take an actionable step, and like this is really loosey goosey in many cases on what counts as progress. Typically, you'd want to structure these in like ways that make sense.
Okay.
So, for example, a troublesome, probably 3 steps to it. So, what's step 1? Cool. Do that thing, pursue it, do the scene.
Find the location.
Yeah, do the scene, and like do that, right? Do the moves, do the rolls, do the thing.
Get
right?
to the location. Do the thing at the location. Go get your reward and your bounty.
Yeah, and then once you feel like it's resolved, assuming you do properly resolve it, then you mark progress. In this case, if it's troublesome, you mark three out of the 10 boxes.
Right.
Or is it 10 or is it 9?
It's 10.
No, it's 10.
It's always 10.
Yeah. And then when you're done, what you do here is progress moves. I can't highlight that. You do a progress move.
Progress score equals +1 for every fulfilled progress boxes, 4 ticks.
So what this is instead of the action die for the action roll,
okay,
you're still going to roll those 2d10s, but you're going to compare them to how many boxes you have filled on your progress track.
Oh, okay. So if you do a troublesome thing, that's 3 boxes, and I rolled a 3 and a 5 just now on my d10, so one of them beats it, one of them doesn't.
Yeah, so you could do that. The other, interesting thing is that you could get maybe 2/3 of the way, progress track-wise through something, and if it feels right narratively to, close it out and fulfill your vow, you can do that. Roll it and see what happens. And you're gonna have this kind of shit happen where if we go over to moves, quest moves, fulfill your vow.
I love how this is set up to where it's...
This character sheet is one of the best I've ever fucking seen.
Nice.
It's so
it
good.
has everything. That is so good. I love interactive character sheet stuff like this.
So
it's so good. So flushed out.
What
Such a good
happens
system.
here? What happens here then is you roll, and then if you get a strong hit, a weak hit, or a miss, here's what happens. On a strong hit, quest is complete, you mark experience, and then you get more experience for each, difficulty, right? Or each, thing of the vow.
Now, when it says the troublesome, does that mean you do the 3 boxes, or just one of the boxes with the 4
no.
ticks in
So
it?
what this is for is when you're done with a vow, you look at the difficulty of the vow.
Okay.
So this would be you had your 6 boxes or whatever, and you rolled 2 2s, or a 2 and a 3, I guess, to simplify.
So
a 2 and a
3
3 on your d10s, right?
Right.
So you had 6 boxes filled in. That beats both of the die, so you got a strong hit.
Okay.
So you have strong hit on here. You go to this. It says mark experience. If it's a troublesome, then you mark 1 XP. What the hell is happening to my mouse? You mark 1 XP. If it's a formidable, then you'd mark 3, right? Extreme, epic, blah blah blah, right?
Blah, blah.
If you get a weak hit, then it gets a little bit more complicated.
Right.
There's more to be done than you realize, or you realize the truth of your quest. Envision what you discover. Ask the oracle if you're unsure, and then you can jump over to that, and then mark XP, and then you may swear an iron vow. That being italicized because that's a move. Swear an iron vow to set things right. If you do, add +1.
Okay.
So this is you swear an iron vow to do a new quest, and then when you swear a vow, quest moves, swear an iron vow. That's another roll, and then this roll also starts you off with momentum or other stuff, or complicates things, or that kind of shit. So this is a roll to start your quest to see how well things start off. Cool. So does that kind of make sense in terms of
no, that's really
how
awesome.
the vows work?
I'll just have to do the motions of it to learn
for
better,
sure.
but this helps explain kind of the before what happens, so I have a broad idea about it, and then as I go along I can just ask you questions because you're the subject matter expert on this because you've done this a couple times.
Yeah. So for a vow, I vow to save my brother. You might put a
Or how about find
a
out
particular
okay,
way that you're planning on doing
so,
that. Maybe not specifically. But
so maybe not that, but within the sense of this is an evil politician guy. So I have to find dirt on politician guy.
Okay.
That's an easier thing to do, right? Go to his enemies and be like, hey, I'm against this guy too. Friend of an enemy is an enemy friend or whatever.
So
how does that saying go again?
Is the idea
enemy of my enemy
to,
is my friend.
Recruit people, or are you trying to just get information on him?
Well, I mean,
because I think there's 2 vows that are both equally doable.
Equally doable.
There's a vow for the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Or like I vow to like turn people against him.
I can do that too, like do some smear campaigns and slander.
Sure. And like, well, that's the thing. Like, if you're doing that, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, and that's all fine. It doesn't matter, right? As long as it's working towards the goal. If you like go do something for somebody,
so like,
and then like they send on your quest to do a thing, you come back and they agree to do the thing for you. Cool, that's progress on your vow.
So turn political gain. No, what's it called for smear campaigning, of like basically spreading bad information, like, oh, this guy's evil.
Fake news.
Fake news. Oh, no, God. No. We're not doing that. Well, it wouldn't technically be fake, because if I'm the one that did the stuff for him.
Like, yeah. So,
but it's just basically.
So what's the, like, play it out. Is the idea, like, you want to get people to turn against him so that he loses power so that you can get your brother back and then you don't have to deal with him?
Right.
Or is the idea to, like, get people on your side so you can go, like, raid his place and go, like physically, like, get your brother back? Or, like, what's the idea here?
So, if I'm a person that likes to work in the shadows, I would want to find information against him to make him not a leading member of the community anymore, since he put himself in that place of power through...
Okay, so you want to discredit him.
That's the word. Yes, I want to discredit him against the people, and then also when he's fallen from grace, then go in with the guards and be like, oh, by the way, I have all of this other side information that only the guards were privy to. Give me my brother back, and maybe you'll escape with your life.
Okay, so
two sets of information. So information to show how bad he is, and then other information that the main populace doesn't need to know, but the courts or the guards need to know. So
okay, so more succinct.
Yeah, I don't know how to.
It's not,
I don't know how to.
You got two separate things here.
Yeah, so just.
Are you trying to turn people against him, or are you trying to like gather information to get him arrested?
Well, so one vow at a time, right? So.
Yeah, like.
So discredit him first, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you could do that and then follow up with something.
Yeah.
Or that could be like trying to get him or get like. So. I think discredit him is more of an umbrella vow, and within that you could no like that's fine. That's a good thing in this case, because I think you could discredit him, and like the nail in the coffin, like for your end game, could be once you have enough dirt on him, then turn him into the cops or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like that can be your fulfill your vow role is okay. I have all this shit. I'm gonna try to like turn him in now.
Right.
So, like, this is all, like, very long-term, too. So, in the scope of, like, playing tonight, not super relevant, but it should be, like... It's the idea of, like, why your character is doing everything that they're doing throughout the course of their campaign.
Right.
Okay. So, it should all be, like...
It should relate evil!
Back to that.
He's evil, and I just want my
Sure.
Billy back.
Yeah, and, like, that's fine, right?
Which he is evil, and that's why I don't want to work for him anymore.
I think that's good.
People to
so
see the evil.
So the discredit Morlin is the vow.
Right.
And then what we would need for that
is a threat.
Need to go with that. Yeah, is a threat. So this is like, what is the worry here? What happens if you don't discredit him? That people
don't believe me, and he or not so much discredits me, but he like gets me sent into prison or something like that. Like if he has.
So I think the more direct like threat here would be that he has your brother hostage.
He has my brother hostage. Yeah.
So I think the threat here could be, and like again, I'm going to ask that like, are you comfortable with that?
He kills Soren?
Yeah, like. If you're putting it down on there as a threat, then realize that mechanically that is an option for that to happen. So,
and then if
that
he kills,
extra level of consideration,
and then if he does that,
so you know,
yeah, no, and then if he does that, my new vow would be, oh, okay, revenge. You woke up and chose violence. Yeah, exactly. I will revenge against you.
Because part of that is if you try to fulfill the vow, which is you go to try to like get him convicted on something, or like. He just realizes maybe you don't even get to that point,
right.
and he realizes that like you've been working behind his back to like with allies, like turn his allies against him and shit, then yeah, maybe he'll just like realize that you're not worth the trouble,
Right.
and then like, kill the kid. I'll send some people after her, whatever.
Right.
So, if you're good with that as like a character, as a like potential thing that might happen in the game, then cool. I would also say if like if somebody else is playing this and they like play a similar plotline or whatever, and they're not comfortable with that person dying, or they're not comfortable with
their
that
loved
type
one
of,
dying or something.
yeah, like that type of content, then I mean, because you just I had some bad shit happen the past couple of years, so I could be like, if somebody's a little bit sensitive to like losing family members, then like, you know.
In real life, I'm an only child.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I mean, my character cares a lot.
Surprising nobody.
My character cares a lot, but for the intents and purposes, for the narrative of this story, that is like the best option for plot.
Not to go like on a diatribe or anything like, or a tangent or anything too long, but like I don't often, other than like the startup campaigns, I don't often talk about like safety tools and stuff in tabletop RPGs, but I think it is a good time to bring that up given the context of that threat. Is you know, if you're playing this with other people, or you know, in any situation like that where you're playing with other people, because you know what your like limits and what things you're comfortable with, but make sure, and I'm telling chat mostly for this, if you're playing with other people, like do this as a group, because even if it's like, let's say this is a threat to like one of your vows, that might also be like something that somebody else is not okay with, even if it's not happening to their character. So just be aware of that and be like mindful of other people.
And so, like if I was playing with other people and that would be an issue, obviously yes, of course I would pick something else. But since it's just me, and I like the way that the story goes with like, because I like when like important stuff is on the line, that builds a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Tension and plot tension like that. I eat that stuff.
You want stakes. There's gonna be stakes.
I love stories. I love stories like that. I read I go out of my way to find good books like that because I'm like, oh, what happens next? I want real page turners. So that's why I read a lot of short stories, and this is sort of kind of one of them.
Yeah. So.
And it's cool that you can take a short story and you can turn it into a D&D campaign. So great. Well, the D&D light.
Ironsworn.
Yeah, Ironsworn campaign. Yes.
Don't call it D&D light.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's.
You gotta give it a little bit more credit than that.
Tabletop RPG.
So
Ironsworn. Yeah.
Okay. So this is your background valve.
Mm-hmm.
This is your character's like driving motivation to like be in the Ironlands and do like be an Ironsworn.
Right.
Literally. Right. So I'm gonna get sued. Yeah. No. No, but there's like, never mind. I don't want to get into that. So then the last thing that we need is we need an inciting incident.
Okay.
So this is where's the
that
world truths come in.
So
those are the quest prompts.
Quest prompts. So where's that
so you can open up on the top right in the journal.
Top right.
Very top of the list. The journal's going to be all the way to the right. Yeah.
This thing?
Yeah, that top one there.
This one?
It says World Truths. Yeah, that's where you put all of that stuff.
Oh, so up here.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it's open already. So let's take one of these quest prompts and see what works for the world that we've set, your character, and the setting that we have.
So... Okay.
Did you copy out the quest prompts too? I can't.
It's underneath.
Oh, okay. I just can't.
Yeah, quest. It's quest starter right here. It's like wherever there's. So let me edit this to make it easier.
Whatever. I mean, you need to be able to read it. It doesn't matter if I can read it.
You need to be able to read it.
I can't read anyway. What do you mean?
So, quest starter. Oh my God, what's wrong with your mouse?
I don't know. It's like bugging out.
Maybe
you did
it's
something to it.
No, not that one. Maybe it's your mouse pad.
What?
Maybe there's like schmutz on your mouse pad.
I mean, there's definitely schmutz on that mouse pad, but It's never been an issue before. I don't know.
It's because I'm here.
Probably.
It's always my fault.
Yeah, that's what I said. You burnt my mouse.
It's
Clearly, you're not listening.
it's schmutz on your mouse pad.
So is a hair in the sensor? Yo, it
Yeah.
might be actually. Okay. So, the other thing that we can do is, because this game is, like, as far as, like, the page count goes, is 90% Oracle tables. That's not actually true, but a funny joke if you've ever, like...
Oops,
thumbed
all
through the
Oracle
book.
tables.
Yeah, if you've ever thumbed through the book, it's, like, almost true. I think it's literally, like, half of the page count. It's, like, tables to roll on. Which, in some ways, is, like, very helpful. Because a lot of these tables are general enough that you can use them even with other game systems if you wanted. So, like, you could take this Ironsworn book and you could just, hey, look, there was a hair on the sensor. And that's why Cowie's mod.
There's a bunch of hairs on the sensor.
Look, come on, man.
There's so much smudge.
They don't need to, like, see the,
So
like, behind
much
the scenes. It's fine.
No, I have to get rid of it
You really don't.
so that
really
it stops rolling. There, look, I fix.
Okay, cool, you fix it.
I fix.
Okay.
All right.
So,
What am I starting at? Where am I starting?
wherever you want to start, yeah.
So leaders would be good, but
So just of those like prompts, what sounds like?
of what?
Because I don't even actually remember all of them. Like what sounds like an interesting, like quest prompt to you. The other option is if none of those are particularly grabbing your
This
attention.
one. This one makes the most sense thematically to my story. So like say
Can you read it for?
Oh,
because I probably can't
read it for chat. All right,
And-
I highlighted it, so it's a little bit maybe I don't know.
It's the
pops.
size of the font. They can't read.
Oh, okay. So I picked defense. The quest starter is you come upon a dying warden. She tells you of an important mission and charges you with its completion. Swear to me, she says, reaching out with a bloodied hand to give you an object crucial to the quest. What is it?
Okay, what is it?
Probably information on Dirtbag McGee.
Okay.
So, like, what if I had one good friend in the guards and she's helping me get information to discredit him?
Okay, so you came upon a dying warden. So you have a previous relationship with this person, and she has met up with you. Okay. Okay.
I mean, that's thematically the best one I could come. That makes the most sense.
Okay, so let's set the scene. I'll
All right.
like narrate this for you a bit. All right. So backstory on this is you have spent. Okay, you've been on your quest for a couple of months now with very little to go on, trying to get information on Moreland. He's a very powerful person. He's got a lot of people on his side, and a lot of people owe him a lot of favors. So it's been very slow going trying to get anything on him, as most people, at least in this particular circle, are under his thumb. Did we go with circles or with the communities? Or the big towns? It was the big ones,
It
right?
was the big towns.
Okay, so this particular city, most people seem to be under his thumb. He's not blatantly ruling, but most people know that, like, he actually runs the city. So, over the past, like, 2 months, you've managed to not get a whole lot. However, putting enough feelers out there, you've managed to make a successful contact with a, Lucia of, the Wardens. It's well known at this point that, actually it can't be well known because then you would know that you're working against him. Anyways, so it's well known at this point that Moreland kind of runs things and is maybe not the best guy in the world, but so far nobody has anything concrete about it and nobody is willing to publicly say anything about him. This is what you're looking to change. You've managed to make a contact with Lucia, who through your brief discourse has kind of alluded to the fact that she might have something on him. You meet you're supposed to meet out back of one of several of the local like shittier taverns on the worst side of town.
Those are always the best taverns.
Yeah, those are those good ones. And as you're waiting out back, draining your beer, your third Guinness, not sponsored, and as you're finishing your third drink, waiting for her, you're standing out back, and she comes around the corner, knife still in her side.
Oh, jeez.
She comes up. Knife still in her side. She's bleeding. Very immediately, you realize that like she's probably not going to make it. It looks like she's been coughing up blood for like a while. She can barely manage to stagger around the corner, and she falls to the ground before you.
Okay, so
What do you do?
I run up and try to like, steady her. Like, are you like? I know you're not okay, but did you get the thing? Did you find it?
I don't know how much this is going to help. It's all that I can manage to get. And she hands you a small puzzle box.
Okay. Puzzle boxes. All right, I gingerly take it. Do you want me to tell your family anything? Do you have any last words? What do you want me to do with? Do you want me to take you to a priest or something?
No. There's. How do I?
There's corruption in the church.
There's no.
Just kidding.
There's no time. Don't worry about that. You can't be here when the other wardens come. Take the box. And take him down. And not my best work, but whatever. Take the box and take him down, and then she collapses, and she collapses in front of you, not quite yet dead, and it's time for you to
Leave.
swear an iron vow.
Okay, so I guess.
So state this vow. What is this vow going to be? This is going to be for the sake of time. How long you want to go? 11 midnight, 10. What are you feeling?
I'll have a hard time driving at night, but I'm not that far away.
Oh, well, we're already past that.
We're past that already, so it doesn't matter. I'm good to go for, like I said, 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours of.
Okay, so we're on what, 2? So you can do another 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could do like. I'm trying to remember how long this takes. I said dangerous. I think dangerous is probably fine.
Okay.
So we'll set it as a dangerous vow. So what?
So new vow.
What is your vow?
I will vow that her death is not in vain, and I will do what it takes to solve this, to get to the next step to discredit him.
Okay.
Right?
So
Is that how you do it?
Yeah. I mean, I would like workshop the wording a little bit, but yes, that's exactly what you're going for.
Right.
So solve the mystery of the puzzle box.
Solve this.
And for the record, chat, I have no idea what this puzzle box is going to lead to. I don't have anything for this. I just thought puzzle box sounded cool.
I'm a puzzle box fan. I love.
And
I love
it could be as simple as opening the puzzle box, right? And then that could lead to something else too.
And then it's dangerous. Sure. And then what's the threat if I don't solve the puzzle box?
You don't necessarily need a threat.
Oh, okay.
For all of them.
I'm so sorry. I keep doing that.
You're not gonna break it. It's fine.
It's your new chair. I don't want to bust it.
It's not that new. It's like
anyway.
So you don't always need a threat. The threats should be used a little judiciously.
So if it's like a big capital vow, then there should be like a threat.
I recommend for your background vow, it's something good. It's gonna be something where you want to have a negative consequence that would be interesting, right?
Okay.
So I think we want to ideally, like for the story that we're trying to tell here for like the rest of the evening, I think you like want to solve this puzzle box, right? I don't think it's going to be particularly interesting if you can't.
Right.
And I don't know of a particular like thing that would make sense if you couldn't solve it.
Okay.
Especially because we don't know really anything about the puzzle box.
Right. So it's just
yeah.
found this
so it's
thing,
like not
may or may
always
not help.
necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So what do I do now?
So now you're going to roll to swear an iron vow. So you're going to do it on the character sheet on roll 20. Disappointed dying guy. Yeah, for sure.
So what do I do?
So to the left of summary, there's going to be moves. Yep. And then there is going to be quest moves. Swear iron vow. Yep. And then there's an explanation of what all that is. And all you have to do is hit the roll button.
I don't like this. I brought all my shiny click-clack math rocks.
Yeah, well, for chat's sake, yeah.
So what is this?
So you're gonna roll with your heart stat. Devotant is one of the assets which you don't have. So your heart stat should be.
Where's that under?
It's gonna be on the summary page. That's.
Heart is 2.
Yeah. So you're gonna put in 2.
2.
And submit.
And submit.
Yep.
Modifier.
None.
None. Submit.
Yeah, submit.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, a strong hit.
Yeah.
All right. So you have sworn the iron vow and you got a strong hit. So this is your like starting circumstances for your quest, right? Okay. So read off what it says under swear an iron vow for a strong hit.
On a strong hit, I am emboldened, and it is clear what I must do next. Ask the Oracle if unsure. Take +2 momentum.
Okay, so there's a momentum track on the top. You're going to add 2 to that.
So +4.
Yep.
Hey.
And then at some point, I'll have to remember how momentum works.
And then does that mean I cleared this?
No, so you've just started. You've just sworn the iron vow, so you're not going to mark any progress boxes.
Gotcha.
So what we're going to have to do now is, since the path is clear, we can just like figure this out narratively. Like, so you've just been given a puzzle box by somebody. You rolled really well here, so your character knows exactly what to do with this, or what they need to do. Maybe not necessarily like how it's going to go, but what they need to do, right? So what are you going to do with this puzzle box? Is this maybe like a common thing people use, or
I don't know. I don't know jack shit about this puzzle box.
Maybe the Rose Garden would know how to open it.
But maybe the Rose Garden would help. But I don't know how my standing is with them.
That's a good question.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'd go to them or if I could go to like a clockmaker or somebody that tinkers with mechanical pieces.
So your first step, because this is, what do we do, dangerous?
This is yes, this is dangerous.
Okay, so basically for dangerous, to completely fill it out, you would have at most, I think it's going to be like 7 steps.
7 steps. Okay.
So you can think of it in terms of like this particular arc being like 7 scenes or like 7 like chapters.
Okay.
And like that's another way of looking at like what the scope of like this particular arc or story is. So look at it as more like less of a like challenge rating kind of thing for the vows and more of a like how much time do you want to spend on screen with this narrative.
Right. Okay. Alright.
So disappointed dying guy. I keep looking over at the chat, Howie, and you're cracking me up. Yeah, so for your first step, you might be like, okay, you know you need to get it open, so you need to find somebody who's like familiar with that kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
So you have a couple of options here.
I can close that out. Can I close the rule summary too?
Sure.
Because we don't really need that anymore. All we need
you can close it if you like. You just minimize it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Because I feel like we just need.
For the most part, the rules will cover most things. Yeah, that moves tab will cover most things.
Most things.
So you have a couple of things here. One thing that I would point to that you could do to like get started on this specific thing is, so it sounds like you want somebody who can like open this puzzle box, right?
Right.
Or like get information on the puzzle box.
Yeah.
So there's an adventure move there called Gather Information.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So read that off for the
When you
class.
search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation, or follow a track, roll plus wits. If you act within a community or ask questions of a person with whom I share a bond, add +1. I don't know this guy, so I don't get a +1.
So yeah, I mean this can also be general too. It could just be like asking around town, like, hey, do you know anybody who knows a person who knows a thing, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So I think first step would be find the guy. Second step would be like
Ask the guy.
yeah.
Okay,
talk to
so
the
then I what? Go here and then hit
guy.
roll.
Yeah. So you're gonna roll with wits.
And my
you know
wits.
that, so you're good.
And my wits is I really should like.
Um,
Do you have like something to write down with so I don't have to constantly go back and forth?
Probably don't.
Oh
Wait, you don't need to. On
thingy.
there. It's gonna import the value. You don't have to go back.
Oh,
Yeah, just hit bit.
okay.
And then you don't have any modifiers on it.
I still pass or
Okay,
weak hit.
so you
I
get a
pass
weak hit.
one.
Yeah, so go back to the moves and let's read on
A weak hit.
gather information what that is.
On a weak hit, the information complicates my quest or invoke a new danger. Envision what you discover, ask the Oracle if unsure, and take a +1 momentum.
Okay, so mark your +1 momentum on the top there. So you're asking around for a puzzle maker guy, and I can imagine. I think pretty obviously, like, maybe like the guy's gone missing, or something like that.
Or someone overhears me talking, and it could be one of Moreland's dudes.
Maybe I wouldn't go.
No, I mean
that
that's
route.
too much. That's like more danger. Like that would
Yeah,
be
if
one
you like
step more.
super fucked up, I would say maybe. But this would
Right.
have to be like actionable information that like you are working against
Right.
him.
Or he's like not in town right now. He's doing something else, and I have to go,
yeah, I
go
think
somewhere else.
for this particular like role thing, it's like he's not relevant. I think.
Okay.
So the other option here is if you want to like get another prompt, you can go to the Ask the Oracle. So
right there.
yeah, so there's like a couple options that you can use to like try to determine stuff. If you think, if you have like a couple of, you can use those too. Yes.
Love this.
The other options are if you go to the Oracle's tab above Summary.
Oracle's tab above summary. Aha.
Yeah. So there's going to be a bunch of things in here that you can roll on for like location descriptors, names of places, character roles, character goals. So like if we need to like come up with a character and they're like, what is this guy's goal? You can roll for it right here.
Right.
Activity, disposition, descriptors, all of that kind of shit,
This
right?
is so awesome.
Yeah. So I
So
think
cool. For
for
me,
something like this,
it would be an activity. No.
no, I
Or-
think what we're looking for is
Ask the Oracle
somewhere in
to
plot. Maybe like action. Like click on action and plot. So see, like with this, like they're very general. So it's like find or deliver or hide. They're literally actions, right?
Right.
So this could be like this person is asking you to do something. What are they asking? I don't know. Go to plot, go to action, and roll on the table.
Right.
And then it gives you like a one-word thing, and like that's the premise, right?
And then you have to work from there.
Try
It's so
try
open
theme.
ended. It's so cool. Try theme.
Yeah, click on that one.
What if you combine
Roll on that
theme and
table.
action?
Yeah, you can do that too, for sure.
10 and a 4, so 14.
So that's gonna be
14. Duty.
duty, and then
Do you want me to
go to action.
go to action?
Yep, and roll on that one.
63
63
is
is
challenge.
challenge.
Duty challenge.
Okay, so you're asking around for what, like a puzzle maker or like a tinkerer or something, right? And you get a lead on him, but the unexpected challenge or the unexpected thing is a duty challenge or a
We
challenge
still
of
have
duty.
music going in the background, by the way.
Huh?
There's still music going on in the background, by the way.
Oh. Oh, I guess you could pause Monster Cat, I guess. Hours later, I forgot. I don't know. Chat, you tell me. Do you care? Do you not? I don't know.
I mean, sometimes
It's probably fine.
Sometimes music helps sets the mood, but you gotta find like that.
Yeah,
right...
but I have no idea what song is playing. I have no idea. I know the playlist that's on. Not an issue. Oh, okay, whatever.
You get head pats.
Okay. Okay, so like a duty challenge, like your duty, somebody else's duty. What kind of? So I imagine there's like some sort of like challenge that somebody is like obligated to do. How has this managed to like get in your way?
Like his apprentice in the shop won't tell me where the heck he went.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So
maybe
you got a lead, but like you found somebody who knows where he is, but like he's obligated to not tell you.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay. And that's exactly how to pursue this, right? Is that the game's going to be very general with stuff, and you have to like take what it gives you and
do the brain thing and figure it out.
Do the brain thing, exactly. And so that's like one of the ways that this game works to play solo, right? Because like anything that like we're bouncing off of each other, you don't really need me here for that.
Right.
So you could like just play this on your own.
Right.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm assuming that you probably will.
I am. I'm totally gonna. I'm gonna do it on my stream next time too.
I highly recommend.
This is so much better than me doing my Friday Fright Night horror gameplays.
Oh my god, he's at a union mandated
He's
lunch.
at lunch.
Oh my god. Okay.
Thank you, chat.
Oh no, I kind of love this in like a very stupid way.
Oh, do it.
Okay, so
I'm
like,
here for it.
What if he's on like union? He's on like a union trip where like
they have to go out.
He's gotta go somewhere and like
or like okay. So if that's the route we're going, remember Beauty and the Beast when the dad was going off to the live action one where he made this like clockwork thingy and he was like, I'm gonna go to the Inventors Expo or whatever, and he had to like travel.
He's at a convention.
Yeah, he had to go to a convention basically.
Okay.
So this guy has to go to a Tinker's convention or something.
Okay, so is he gone right now? He's at the place right now?
Maybe
like,
so, and then
he can't help you because he's got to go.
Right, so then I'd have to ask the apprentice and like be like, hey, since you're an apprentice.
Well, so we can figure out we can figure that part out. We just need to know like what exactly is the problem.
Right. Yeah.
What's the premise of the complication here?
Right. So now I have to work with the apprentice who would have less experience with this because he's an apprentice.
Maybe not. Right.
Right.
Okay.
I like this. This is so cool.
Okay, so the Master Tinkerer is off at giving a TED Talk at Tinkerer College. But I'm sorry.
It was all foam. Why
Okay,
would you
good.
do that to me with all foam?
Okay, so Master Tinkerer.
Oh, no, I dropped it.
Just throwing fucking Guinness on my
It
floor.
still landed like this though.
Oh,
It's the widget.
Kind of cool.
There's
actually.
a weight in there. There's a widget.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's like this little ball that oxygenates the beer so that there's more foam.
Oh, that's right.
Because Guinness is amazing. Best beer ever. Still not affiliated.
Not
affiliated, but
any beer who wants to sponsor me, you are the best beer.
Best beer.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Anyways, I
do not endorse Guinness. They haven't paid me shit.
So he's off at Tinker College. Oh god.
Giving a TED Talk. Yeah.
Giving a TED Talk.
Yeah, giving a Ned Talk.
A Ned Talk.
Because they haven't paid me either. So
yeah.
fuck 'em.
They don't.
Okay, so he's giving like a lecture at something that he's like obligated to do because he's on the whatever. I don't know. This is like saying like way more about the world than it needs to, but sometimes
this guy now needs a name. Like we're so involved in his life. He needs a name.
Go to Ironlanders and just click that roll button.
Oh, he needs a name. Does that mean I need to roll 2 d10s or something, or like multiple sets of d10s to get into the 100 range?
It's just like a long ass list. Like this one's weird. Just use the roll thing. I know you want to use your dice, but there's like 200 options.
Okay, so where's the roll button?
With the little die icon next to Ironlander.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dot. 90. His name is Flint.
His name's
Oh,
Flint.
that's topical. That fits.
Spoiler alert, most of them are like iron or rock themed names. Right?
But Flint works because
They're all very
tinkering.
Okay, so Master Flint is off doing fucking whatever. So he's out. So the apprentice is the only one there. Okay, so you have managed to come.
Katrin is the apprentice's name. I just rolled for it.
Katrin. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Master Flint, I'm sorry that you come all this way, but Master Flint is out. I am currently watching the unnamed shop. I'm currently watching the shop in his stead. Is there anything that I could possibly help you with?
I came across this very curious bauble, and I pull out the puzzle box. It was a gift from someone. I can't seem to solve this for the life of me. Do you think you could maybe take a crack at it? But don't like break it. It's very beautiful craftsmanship, but just, can you maybe help me?
So, go to the moves again. So basically, like, each step here is we're going to do. Sorry.
Excuse me.
This is probably going to be a...
Gather information, heal, resupply. Forge a bond, test my bond, aid your ally.
It's a good question.
It would
What
be a
this
compel. It could be a compel. Pacify,
actually,
charm,
yes.
barter.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you trying to do this? Like, what way are you trying to do it?
So I'm basically trying to make it seem like this isn't that big of a thing, so that they're not like, oh, this puzzle box, we have to tell everybody about it. Like, no, shh.
Okay, so you're downplaying.
I'm
the importance of
downplaying
it. You're just
the
like,
importance.
hey, I got this puzzle box. I don't know. It's like you're taking it into the pawn shop to just like, I don't know, what is it? Okay.
Right.
So that sounds like.
You get me.
That sounds like I think because you like very quickly skim this. That sounds like you're kind of trying to like lie or swindle.
Yes.
So you'd roll shadow for that.
And I have a +3 to that.
Yeah. Which it shouldn't actually ask you. It should just have you do the stat.
Submit. And what's my modifier?
You don't have a modifier.
I don't have a
this.
modifier. Fuck. Weak hit.
Okay, so a weak hit. All right.
Weak
So
hit.
what happens on a weak hit here?
A weak hit.
Which this is actually.
They ask something of me in return. Envision what they want. I don't know,
Alright.
like a supply run, like they have to go get supplies for the shop and they don't want to, and it's one of their duties while he's gone, so it's like bring this X amount of heavy boxes to the store and be like, alright.
Actually, yeah, that's perfect because you need another step towards your progress anyway, right? So
It's like this is like mini quests of side quests. This is the trading game and for the big Goron sword. Oh my god, what
that's exactly what this game ends up being like 80% of the time.
This is
just because of the
amazing.
way just because of the way the like rolls work out, you're
Oh.
usually gonna get a weak hit.
This is the big Goron sword all
And-
over again.
Because you usually get a weak hit, it's like this is again not to go off on a thing, but this is Powered by the Apocalypse games do this like all of the time, which this is not technically,
this
but
is fine. This
it's
is
very close
this is
to.
perfectly fine. I love doing that.
Where, yeah, like most of the time you kind of like get a little bit of progress, but you kind of also fail.
Yeah. So it's like
it
one
just-
step.
it's just
It's
like
like one. It's
complications
like one
after
step forward, a
complications.
half step back.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So okay, cool. So you found a guy who solved the puzzle box, but
Now I gotta go.
he's giving you the
do my
condition.
job.
Yeah, he's giving you doing this on the condition that you're going to go pick up a supply run for him. And I think because of the nature of the difficulty that we've picked here, I think this supply run should be like another city like a day away. Maybe
Okay.
not like too far, but like an opportunity to like
this
have
is
something else
this
happen.
is a mild complication, but not something that's detrimental to what's happening.
Yeah, well, okay, hold on. So let me think about it. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, so you found somebody who can, like, potentially solve this puzzle box for you. I think, with the understanding that he's not going to do it, but he's not going to yet do it, but he will, like, with that agreement, I don't know if we want to nest this as like a vow or just a thing that you go do.
It's just a thing I go do.
Um,
Unless I need to do it as a vow. Does that make more progress? I feel like if it weren't,
so you can do these like nested vows where you have like an epic or something, and then you do a bunch of like small little ones, and when you resolve those, then you mark progress on the bigger one. You can do that.
Okay.
You don't have to though.
No,
That's not a thing that you have to do.
If it would, I feel like it would be different if it was the main guy of the shop owner. But since it's just the apprentice, it's like whatever. You play second fiddle to this dude.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what we can do is you can mark progress because you've gotten like this seems like you are farther than you were before.
Okay. So
you
what
can
is
mark it on your vow.
Oh. Okay. So what's
Summary.
Excuse me.
And then solve the puzzle box. So you can just click the mark button, and it'll do it. Look.
Hey, I love this. This is so so user friendly. I love user
The character
friendly
sheet is
stuff.
fantastic.
Oh,
Like,
it's so good.
honestly, everything about this game is.
I've had to
wonderful.
deal with absolute poop because of Shadowrun. We don't talk about Shadowrun
God,
character
Shadowrun
sheets.
is-
We don't talk about those character sheets, but this is so good.
That was
This is-
before I was streaming, but like, oh my god, Shadowrun. Oh,
I know.
I really wanted to love that game so
I love
much.
it. I love it. I put myself through that pain.
Oh, God, it's
I do.
terrible.
It's so bad.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyways, so now I need to make another vow. So I solved the puzzle.
No. You don't need to make another vow.
Oh, okay.
So you've made notable progress, right? You found
Notable
somebody who's going
progress.
to do the thing. So you are like inherently better off than you were before, right?
Right.
But he's still gonna like require you to go do this thing for him before
Which
he works on it.
I'll go
So
do
I
it.
think once you resolve the go doing the thing, then you can mark progress again, right?
On
'Cause-
that same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to like go resolve that thing, right?
Right. So I need
So
to go.
I don't think you need to do a vow for this, but I think we do need to play it out and then get back to him, right?
Okay.
So
I mean, that makes sense. It's like, we don't have the supplies
Right.
here in this town, ergo, I had to go get them. I don't feel like doing it. So it's like, all right, cool. Well,
So
if
let's
you don't
do-
feel like doing it, at least give me like your
Let's
cart and
do,
buggy to go get it.
Let's do something fun here. What's the name of the town that you're in?
I
think we had a name, right?
Rock something. Rock something. Rock.
Oh, Rockwatch.
Rockwatch. Yeah.
Cool.
Rockwatch.
All right. Minimize your character sheet real quick.
Minimize my character sheet.
All right. There's the map.
There's the map.
Where do you want Rockwatch to be?
I kind of want Rockwatch to be like here, like right there.
Sick. Okay. So go to. Oh god. Oh wait.
It's actually been a long ass time since I did this. My library.
Oh, what? It has like little town set up for you and all kinds of stuff.
Oh my dude, I gotta show you the like complicated ass shit I have in Roll20.
Roll20
I
is
have
so
spent
great.
So
Again,
much
not
money.
affiliated, but if you
I
want to
have
give us
spent
money,
so much money in Roll20. They're not gonna.
Roll20 is
I'm not even
fantastic.
worried about that.
Underrated fun.
Oh, look at these clocks. These clocks are great. Never mind. I'll show you all this shit later. Where is?
I just did
I
town.
just need like a quest.
We
marker.
need
I know
town.
that I have one.
We need town Playstica #1.
I did. Town Playstica #1.
Mhm.
What did you
It's
say to me?
it's a generic town name.
Yeah.
A friend, another DM friend, he calls it Town Playstica, and it's great. Because we can never think of a name of a town. So Town Playstica, you may
Can you
use
grab
that.
it? That's not what I searched for.
Yes, do it.
Mm.
While you do that, I'm gonna use the restroom one more time again.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
gonna be a hot
Chat. So I'm just looking for basically like a little pin I can put on the map, right? I know I have some from what we did before, but oh, that's what I did. I just used one of the little spell effects and I made it really tiny. Let's see, what was that under? Do you guys remember what that was under? There's literally no way you could possibly remember that, but if you did remember, it would be neat. Oh, dynamic lights and spell token pack. Yeah, that works. Oh, sparkler 1. Okay, cool. Oh, that's kind of hard to see. Ah. So we'll put this in the Havens because I think that makes sense. And what was it? Rockwatch? Okay, Rockwatch. Sick. And then let's just put this, like, I don't know, wherever, like over here.